Hey, it's your girl Dominique with Empathic Guidance. I'm back with another video for you guys today. Today is Sunday. The last upload I put was Thursday. I feel like it's so much time in between the videos that I'm able to upload, but I'm definitely trying to get better with my consistency with keeping these videos uploaded every couple of days to every day. I want to get to the point where I'm uploading a new video every day, but limited content is definitely an issue for now. As you guys all know, I have three older children. They're ages 16, 14, and 12. And what they were suggesting to me today was basically that to broaden my content and to broaden my audience, that I should probably do some funny story times, which are probably going to be a little ratchet. I hate to say that, but even though it's funny and entertaining for you guys, it doesn't necessarily reflect the lifestyle that I'm trying to live right now. But it definitely will reflect situations that were lessons to be learned or whatever. And even though I will be telling you guys funny stories for the entertainment, so you guys can have some interesting things to look at and some interesting content to watch, I'm still going to give it as a testimonial as to how it was a catalyst to mold me into the person that I am today, because I still want to maintain that whole spiritual journey base on this channel, but I definitely want to make it more interesting for my audience. So y'all know I gotta comply. So I did record a cooking show, which I didn't get a chance to upload because, as I told you guys, it malfunctioned quite a few times. So I kind of took that as a hint that I wasn't meant to put that up this time, but I did upload it onto Facebook. So if you don't follow me on Facebook, go ahead and look me up. My name is Dominique V. Johnson on Facebook, and that's where you can find my crawfish boil, which was my first time making that, but it was very interesting and it got a lot of few views on Facebook, so you guys might like that one as well. Also, I'm going to be doing more cooking shows in the future, as well as makeup tutorials, as well as just, I don't know, hauls, depending on where I'm shopping at. If I go to the Mystic store, I might do another haul soon where I buy crystals, and I might just take you guys on that whole journey with me. Just vlogging, period. So I'm definitely going to broaden the content for you guys so that I can have more things to upload, and I can upload more consistently to keep my channel more interesting and not just going days and days and days without content. Now today, I guess the topic is a little bit more serious or whatever, or however you want to take it. But it was a chakra test that was circulating on the internet. Somebody that's on my friends list, she considers herself a energy therapist. It is kind of crazy because we look a lot alike, to be honest with you. I don't remember her name by heart, but hopefully, whatever the case is, she posted a link for a chakra test, and pretty much all of my friends that I know will be interested in taking it, I kind of copied the link and sent it all off to them, just so that, we can all kind of be aware of the things that we need to be working on, because pretty much healing is ever changing to me. It's always certain traumas going on in our life that we're constantly healing and self-improving ourselves over. So I did the test, and I feel like it was pretty good. I had a couple of things out of balance. Just my root chakra was underactive, and then my throat chakra and my third eye chakra was overactive. So those are things that I'm going to be working on, possibly one by one, starting with the one that was underactive. A couple of my friends sent theirs back, and theirs weren't as so bad either. Some of them was kind of identical to mine, and then one of my friends sent theirs back, and literally every single chakra was underactive, and some were even at 0% active, like not active at all, like flatline, and basically he was just asking me to give him tips on how to heal, because we kind of met each other at a time where I I didn't even start my healing process yet, but I kind of had expressed him because I was at the end of my relationship. Like, I knew it intuitively before it happened, but you know, just getting your partner to admit that and kind of closing that chapter is a whole nother story. So at the time, you know, it wasn't set in stone and it wasn't verbalized between the person that I was with, but I knew intuitively that the relationship was coming to a close, and that's when I met this particular friend whose all 7 chakras was underactive. And he himself had just got out of a situation and was already into a new situation for about a year. So, you know, basically he was saying like this new person wasn't for him and that he was trying to move in a different direction, or, you know, move in a new direction or whatever. And, basically that, you know, he just needed some help on how to heal because he had left his previous situation for the new person that he was no longer satisfied with. So, I was trying to think of things like tips, advice, or whatever that I can actually give him to heal himself. But when I started thinking about it, I don't think that there's any true, like, manual on healing. Like, there is no steps 1 through 10 for one single person. Like, in order for you to believe that one method of healing would heal a whole nation, like, you would have to be a collectivist, which I'm not. I feel like every single person's situation and trauma is tailored. I mean, everybody's situation, everybody's healing process should be tailored to their own trauma or their own life and things that have happened. And only you can determine what it takes and what you feel you need to heal. Like, people can advise you, they can even point you in the right direction. They can tell you step by step what they did to heal, but that doesn't necessarily mean that their steps 1 through 10 is going to be your steps 1 through 10. You may have to do 5 through 1 and then 6 through 10. And that's your method of healing. So, I just want people to keep that in mind. If I could give anybody that I feel is in desperate need of, I don't even know how to start this healing process off, it would be to take some time to yourself. The farther you the more you get a chance to disconnect from the world and like go into introspection and actually try to see yourself from the outside looking in and be able to detect and determine what it is that you contributed to a situation that may have helped it fail, you know, because a lot of people, when they in the beginning stages of healing, they want to believe that it was all the other person's fault, that they didn't do anything to contribute to it. Well, you know, I'm here to tell you that's like a victimization mindset, like a victim mindset that really would not, that like being in that type of mindset would never help you heal. Like, if you always just thinking that it's everybody else's fault and not yours, then you're not correcting things about yourself that need to be corrected in order to not repeat those same lessons. So since you're solely responsible for yourself and not anything that another party does or what they don't do in order to make a situation work, and healing goes beyond romantic relationships, but most of the time when you're dealing with somebody that's already in their adult life, if they are dealing with traumas or situations that they need to heal with as an adult, then 9 times out of 10, it's either generational curses or childhood issues, family issues that they need to heal, that they've been needed to heal, that has probably just been bandaged for a long time, and they just cover it up and carry their issues from relationship to relationship, and sabotaging their own lives and their relationships with negative patterns. So like I said, that's how I started. You know, I began by not blaming another person, but actually looking at what am I doing in each situation that I feel can be contributing to a failed relationship or to failed friendships or to not accomplishing a goal and like sabotaging my own finances or my own growth, because those are all things that, you know, can be trauma based, like just struggling over and over, you know, possibly like becoming homeless or having to live on the streets or having to live with people multiple times, just not feeling like you getting that growth, just feeling that your life is in complete stagnation all the time. That's definitely, you know, something that can cause a trauma within somebody too. But like I said, 9 times out of 10, when it's trauma, when it's adulthood things like issues, then 9 times out of 10 is trauma that's having to do with romantic relationships. So that's just something to think about. You know, always start off your healing journey by taking yourself out that victim mindset. And by all means, if something in a relationship happened to where you actually were the victim, then take that time, you know, cry about it, be upset about it. You have your own right to feel like you feel about it, because if you were wronged, then naturally your natural response to that is going to be sadness, it's going to be resentment towards another person. But don't sit in that situation, don't dwell in that energy for too long, because it will begin to stagnate you, and you staying mad at somebody for a lengthy amount of time that's not really benefiting you, and that person is moving on with their life and like not holding on to hatred and not holding on to resentment or negative emotions or staying stuck in negative energy. They moving on, they falling in love again, while you still here mad and don't nobody care about it. So that's my advice to people when you find yourself heartbroken or on a journey where you need to heal from things that you felt were done wrong to you. Just take a moment, view your own patterns, recognize the error of your own ways so that you can wrap that cycle up, so that lesson can be deemed as learned, your hands can be washed, and that whole situation and way of thinking and way of living and being and continuous the same trauma happening over and over in each situation or multiple situations that may or may not be romantic can close out. Because when you don't learn your lessons do repeat. It may not be with the same person, but you will notice vast similarities. So that's my advice to you guys that are out here during the healing process, whether you be at the beginning, middle, or end. Don't get your mind so wrapped up at, wow, how did this person heal so quick? Like they went through a traumatic situation. It's different methods for different people. Pave the own way for yourself. Like, to me, I feel like people can advise me, but nobody can tell me what it's going to take for me to heal. Like, I may be doing things out of order for somebody else, but I'm doing it how it's best for me. And, you know, the way I view things, I could be a lot more broken down or depressed or whatever than I am. You know, I'm still in the process of it, but I feel like the brunt of it is behind me. And I feel like my outlook and my perspective of how things have went in my life are viewed differently now. And that's the way it has to be viewed. View it as a lesson, view it as a blessing in disguise. Not all rejection is a bad thing. Sometimes rejection is a blessing. So just take that with you on your journey and make sure that you're always ever changing, ever evolving, and improving yourself so that you can turn negative situations that were seemingly negative into something that's a blessing in disguise for your life. Because ultimately, things that are predestined, that's what it's supposed to be. Even if it seems like right now it's like, wow, I feel cursed, like everything going bad. But, you know, sometimes it's just to show you something, whether it be about yourself or the people that whether it be about yourself or the way you treat yourself or the lack of love that you have for yourself. 9 times out of 10, the lessons, no matter how much it involves somebody else's wrongdoing, is done in order to show you something. So take the lesson, transform your life, and just be a better you. Till next time, guys.